Alright, we're here, we're live. YouTube live stream number 3. How is everybody doing? Let me get everything adjusted here. Sorry about the poor lighting. The lighting in this room is not great. I don't exactly have professional lighting or anything. And my webcam is the one on the Mac, so yeah. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you can hear everything okay. If the music's too loud or anything, or if anything looks off, especially the webcam sync, let me know. I'll get that fixed immediately, just so we can start off on the right foot. I'm gonna go ahead and assume, by everybody's excitement in the chat, that everything looks fine so far, so. Okay. Man, guys, I was sitting here thinking like I had a ton of things to talk about. I really don't, but the 3 things I do have to talk about are very important, very big, so let you guys calm down a little bit, and then we'll get started with what all we're gonna say. First off, 50K subscribers on YouTube. Big milestone. Thank you all so much for all of your support, for subscribing, for showing up to the stream, for telling people about God Metal, for telling people about me, all that stuff. Thank you so much. I couldn't be here without you. We've also reached the... Let me get my buttons right. We've also recently reached the 700 milestone on Patreon, which is just fantastic. My goal for the year was to double what I had at the end of last year, which was around 600. I think we're on pace to do that. So, cool stuff. If you're a patron, thank you so much. Thank you so much, because without the patron contributions, I wouldn't be able to do this full time. We wouldn't have all these exciting things coming that I'm about to talk about, and things of that nature. If you want to consider being a patron, I would greatly appreciate it. You can look at the card. I think I have a card up where you can click on it and take a look at that later. But I'm going to give you a really good reason to become a patron here in a second. So, let me see what you guys are saying. Or just just hype stuff. I'm hyped too. I get really hyped for these YouTube live streams. I'm like excited. You know, when I do Twitch live streams, like I don't get as excited as I am. But I'm really excited about everything I have to talk about today, because this is big stuff, guys. Alright, so let's go ahead and get down to the nitty gritty, guys. There's an album coming. God Metal Side Quest Volume 1. It's finished. It'll be up. It'll be released next month publicly for everybody for free. You can pay if you want to. Please do. No, but it's totally free. It'll be up on Bandcamp. April 15th is the release date. It's already done. Here's the neat thing. If you become a patron, it is already available to everybody on Patreon, so you can get it a month early before everybody else. 10 songs on the album. Let me see. Just to go over a quick list of games, it's got some stuff from Pokemon trading card game, ActRaiser, Lufia 2, stuff like that. It's really, really cool. Already finished. If you become a patron today, you can get it today, as soon as you become one. Already up on there. So, throw this back on here. Become a patron on Patreon. You get this album a month early, 30 days early. For those that aren't a patron, or can't become one because, financial reasons, completely understand. It's going to be available for everybody to download April 15th. 10 new God Metal songs next month. Videos for the songs will come after the release. So the later month of April, it's going to be, we're going to have like 2 weeks of almost non-stop videos for these new songs. So if you can't become a patron like Rye Guy says, he has no money, I completely understand. But it'll be up for you guys, for everybody, April 15th, but if you do become a patron, you get it a month early. This is the Patreon album, by the way. I talked about, I think in the last live stream I mentioned, we pulled 10 songs from the Patreon request list drawing to be a part of the Patreon album. This is the Patreon album. So it's been a while, it's been several months, but I finally got this thing done, and I'm pretty satisfied with it, and I think the patrons are too, so. Good stuff, guys. Let's see, what else we gotta talk about? Kind of blasted through that pretty fast. Oh yeah, this is important too. I'm glad I wrote down notes, because without these notes, I would be completely lost. People have been asking about getting physical copies, mainly because, I had one album before this, God Metal V. If I was gonna get physical copies of that made, I am gonna get physical copies of this album, and possibly also God Metal V, or God Metal 5, however you want to say it, made. and I'm gonna give some of those away in a giveaway. I'm gonna have a giveaway on Patreon. I'm gonna have excuse me. I'm also gonna have a giveaway here on YouTube. So we're gonna give out like 15, probably 15 copies per side on the Patreon side and on the YouTube side. I have a goal set on Patreon. If we can reach the $800 mark before I get these physicals made, and it's probably gonna be sometime in May, just because the full album release is in April, and then I have to go through the process of getting it made and stuff. So if we reach that $800 goal before then, I will double the amount that I'm going to do in the giveaway to 30. Probably on both sides, but we'll see. So yeah, help me reach that goal, and everybody gets free albums. Cool stuff. I can't sell them because I don't know all the legal stuff. I don't have the time to put in for distribution stuff and all that kind of stuff, so it's going to be free giveaways. I think that's all for the album stuff. Oh, if you're wondering about God Metal 6, God Metal VI, that is going to happen the same manner that God Metal V happened. You know, last year I released God Metal V. It's all the 2015 songs. They were slightly remastered, the ones from the earlier part of the year, to sound like the later part of the year. I'm going to do the same thing for the 2016 songs. That's probably start working on that towards the end of May, because I still have May Madness coming up. In April, I'm going to have the videos for the SideQuest album songs. So I've got a really packed 2 months until I can get to that. But once I get through that stuff, we'll go from there for God Metal VI. And I'll probably get some physicals for that in May too. Okay, deep breath. Gotta calm down. Told you guys to get really, really hyped for these YouTube live streams. It's a ton of fun. What do I want to talk about next? Oh, a lot of people have been asking me about this lately, and I really wanted to get made for you guys before this next live stream, so I did. The God Metal Discord is now a real thing. It exists. I'm going to go ahead and post a link for you here in the description. Once I get that from my notes, here we go. And let's see. Discord. There we go. That should pop up in your description soon. Like I said, I in chat a second ago. I don't really know how the description thing works or how it updates, but yeah, Discord is now a thing. It's a ton of fun. It's actually been active for about a month, but I've kept it on the DL just because I wanted to learn my way around Discord and get stuff set up. I first made it available to patrons for the first few days. Then I shared the link on Twitch. I've been sharing it on Twitch for the past month. So now I'm sharing it here with you guys on YouTube. Feel free to join up. Ton of fun. I'm on there most of the time because I do work here on the computer almost every day. Thanks to you all. So I do my best to be as active as I possibly can, especially when I'm not working, taking breaks, stuff like that. You know, being a part of the community means a whole lot to me, and being able to be in contact with as many of you as possible. You know, it's not exactly 100% easy, but Discord is helping make that a lot easier, because I can talk to a lot of you a lot more frequently now than I've been able to, you know, tweeting on Twitter, stuff like that. So that is the Discord. Come join us. It's all set up. Tons of channels. Oh yeah, one thing I do want to talk about in the Discord, and this is really cool. I forgot to make a picture for this. There's a channel on there called Request Battles. And what that is every probably 2 months or so, I'm going to take 2 highly requested songs. It might be from the same series, it might not. Right now it is. And we're going to pit them against each other, and you guys are going to vote on which one will become the next God Metal song. Right now, it's Metroid themed, and the 2 songs are Ridley's theme and Kraid's Lair. So you can go on there, you can vote by clicking on the appropriate emoticon that I have set up as a reaction on there. You'll see it. Just read the rules on there. And make sure when you join the Discord, you read the welcome channel and all that cool stuff as well. Deep breath. Trying to bust through this a little quickly so we can get to your questions. I know got 169 watching now, so we can get to most of you, I think. Oh, one more thing to talk about, really, then I can get to your questions. Your requests, really, is what it's going to be. The Acoustic short channel is live. Atmacoustics is the name of it. Let me get the link here for you posted in the description. Detail what this exactly is for you guys. And I messed up the description. Hold on. Atmacoustics. Acoustic short / loop channel. What this is, one of my reward tiers on Patreon is, I think it's like a, let's see, 1, 3, 5, 7. Tier 5 and up, they get an acoustic short each month for every month that they pledge. I've ended up, since this has been since almost the beginning of my Patreon campaign, I've ended up with a huge stockpile of acoustic shorts and stuff like that, like probably over 60. And like the past few months recently, I've been making some loopable. So what I did was I took those loops and I looped them and I made like 10-minute videos of the loops. They're not like full-on songs, but I'm sorry, I saw the super chat thing. I'll get to you in a second, Robbie. Thanks for the donation, by the way. So basically it's the loop played for about 10 minutes. You're going to be able to download each one. I have to get the links up. I'll do that when the stream's over, actually. So the links aren't active yet, but they will be soon. The videos are active. They're up. Go follow that. Go subscribe to it if you're interested in stuff like that. Occasionally, I will be uploading full acoustic songs. I don't have any yet. I do have one that's definitely planned. It'll probably be up within the next month or so. But yeah, occasionally I will have full acoustic songs on that channel. Link is in the description. Atmacoustics. Let me see if I have anything else to say about that. Oh yeah, currently there's like 17 of those up there. So we're starting off with a big push on that. And the fact of the matter is that I have so many of these that I'll probably have a new one up like every other day or so, just because I have so many of these stockpiled, and because it's a thing that I do regularly for people on Patreon. So that'll be a pretty active little channel. It's meant to be simple, so I mean it's not like full-on videos or for all the songs or anything like that. So that is Atmacoustics, and I think that's all I really have to talk about for right now. So I'll go ahead and read the chat, get to your questions. Robbie C. with the $5 super chat donation. Thank you, Robbie. It's not much. Here's a little something to say. Thanks for all the great music. Didn't even ask a question, but thank you so much, Robbie, for your contribution. It helps. Every little bit helps. And just to mention again, if you do consider donating on Patreon, you can do it for as low as $1, one time a month if you want to. And that'll get you this side quest album early, which is super cool. So that is that. Let's get back to the YouTube. There we go. Deep breath. Can we please have a face reveal? Well, I think you can see my face. I think you mean my head, but I can't do that because I'm like Double D from Ed, Ed, and Eddie. We've never seen him without his hat, so you guys can't see me without my hat. Even though there's a picture floating around MV on there of me like that somewhere. Yinger, you can ask stuff. Yinger. Dennis, my wife is at work, so she's not available for questions right now. C-Dash, am I going to put my music on iTunes? The thing about that is I have to charge people to put it on, if I put it on iTunes. So I don't plan on doing that anytime soon, just because of I don't want to get mixed up in the legality of all of that stuff. So yeah, that's that. Fez, oh, I'm gonna have trouble pronouncing your name, friend. Fez Dalek. Just want to thank you for making a taco stand Waluigi emote in the Discord. That is one of the most popular emoticons in our Discord right now. Sorry for being so trembly and stuff. Like I said, I get so excited for these YouTube live streams. I just like revealing this stuff. It's a ton of fun. Last stream, I said Clash on the Big Bridge. I promise you. I still promise you, J-Dog. It's gonna happen. I promise. Within the next few months, we'll have Clash on the Big Bridge. I promise. Because I do love that song. Vocal cover of a Kirby song win. As in from me this time. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. I don't really have any good candidates I can think of off the top of my head. Sonic Let's Play and more. When did you start YouTube? Man, back in 2010? When I had my first channel and then I got deleted for some trademark BS. then I revived in 2013. So I've been going strong since 2013, really. But I started in 2010. Adam Steele, my main in Smash is Pit or Dark Pit, either one. You can kind of switch between the two pretty easily. Glenn Master, do I remember when I said I was going to cover the Smash Bros. Theme? I do. I remember that too. And it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen this year, I promise. Wild Rabies, what's the best song I've done? I mean, that's up for debate, man. Whatever song that I've done recently. That's up for debate. That's a personal opinion. I have a handful of songs I really enjoy. Dirty and Beauty and Star Dream come to mind. But, you know, it's whatever I'm in the mood for at the moment. Make a We Are Number One rock solo. I think a few people have already done that, so I'm going to pass up on that opportunity. What costume do I choose for Pit, Dark Pit when I play Smash Bros? Pit, I use I call him Fun Colors Pit because he's got a ton of fun colors. He's like blue and orange and purple. It's his last outfit. And Dark Pit, I use the one with the blue outlines because, you know, blue and black is my thing. You should make a cover of Secret of Mana 2, Sacrifice Part 3. I'll check it out. Favorite color is blue. Can't tell. Blue Mega Man shirt. Blue feather in the hat. Do I like Hyrule Warriors? I actually don't have Hyrule Warriors. It's a game I want to get, though, because I'm a fan of the Dynasty Warriors franchise. And it looks really cool. K. Walsh, the theme to Solstice, I'm assuming you mean the title theme. Yes, that's a personal favorite of mine. I'm a huge Tim Follen fan. So eventually I will do that. Maybe towards the later part of this year I'll do the title theme to Solstice. We'll see. Is it Solstice? Solstice, I'm sorry. Whew. You doing any more Undertale? Or are you moving on? I will do more Undertale. Like I said in the last stream, I try to put a lot of space between my Undertale songs. Mostly because, and I said this in the last stream too, when Undertale first came out, people went like crazy doing Undertale covers back to back. It alienated a lot of people who aren't fans. And I didn't really do that. I did Megalovania, and then I did Asgore a couple months later. Since then I waited several months, like 8 months, and then I did Hopes and Dreams. So I have a lot of space between my Undertale songs just so I don't alienate people too much. I feel like a lot of people just went overboard. For the right reasons, because they got a lot of views and subscribers and all that stuff. But, you know, I'd rather drag things out, really. It just makes it mean more to me. Thank you for liking my hat, Infinity 28 Mega. Any probability of Scott Pilgrim music? Chewy, it's something that's been requested a few times. I've looked at a few, and there's a couple I like. So maybe if it keeps getting requested, I'll seriously consider doing one. Would you say Supersonic is oh yeah, he's a far better piano player than me, Snap Flash. Far better. That's why he's doing the hard stuff, because I can't do the hard stuff. Omega Zero, there's no collabs on the Side Quest album. Just go ahead and let you know that now, since you've been asking. I do have a couple people I'm about to get in contact to for collabs in the future, though, so don't worry. Everybody loves my hat. Thanks, Yinger. Mike's, thanks for the congrats on 50k subs. Snipe saying, oh my god, some talent, music fantastic. Please, please, please. Shatterhand NES. I feel like I've checked that out before because it was requested. I can't remember though, but I'll keep it in mind. If you can't donate dollars, is it Ianery or Lannery? I can't tell because lowercase, uppercase. Oh, it's gonna be lowercase. No? Lannery. I can't tell. 21. If you can't donate dollars, I completely understand. I'm broke myself. Don't let the Patreon fool you. But I completely understand to people who can't contribute money. That's why I try to do as much as I can for free for people who can't. That's why this album is coming out completely free next month. You don't have to pay for it. You can throw down any amount you want to if you feel like it. So, keeping the albums free is top priority for me. I don't want to charge for albums, ever. What is my favorite Zelda or Sonic game? My favorite Zelda, I mean, it sounds very bland and vanilla to say Ocarina of Time, but I think someone asked this in the last stream too, and I said Ocarina of Time. Solely because, you know, I grew up playing Atari and NES, and when N64 came out, Ocarina of Time was just flat out amazing. Even nowadays, it's still a great game to play through. But back when it first came out, if you've grown up playing, like, 2D NES Atari games, it was just, like, phenomenal. So I'm going to go with Ocarina of Time. Sorry for the bland answer. But other games that are up there, like Link to the Past. Link to the Past is probably the best top-down one, in my opinion. Favorite Pokemon game? I'll be completely honest with you. I haven't played all of them. So I'm gonna go Red and Blue. Just because that's the one I played the most. Infinity28, thank you for following and subscribing and showing your support. If I had no peer pressure from us, what song would I do? If I did only songs I wanted to do, it'd be a kind of boring channel. It'd be like Final Fantasy, like most of the time. And then like maybe some Mario stuff. But you know, you guys help me keep it mixed up so I don't do stuff like that. Any Metal Slug cover? You know, Giorgio asked this question. I've been seeing a lot of people bring up Metal Slug, so it's definitely a game I'm gonna start looking into for some good remixes. Let me slow down. I try to get to so many of these questions I run out of breath. Hasn't even been 30 minutes yet. A lot of request stuff. Super Meat Boy. That is a game I've looked into. Final Fantasy IX. Says Rub. More Ace Attorney. I do have a couple songs for Ace Attorney in mind for the future. Any collabs? I just mentioned Louis. I don't want to butcher your name. On Guiano. Any collabs I plan on doing with other musicians? Yeah, I do want to start doing a lot more collabs. You saw my first one recently with, man, I'm going to say his name wrong. Is it Near? Or, yeah, I just did a collab with him. It turned out just awesome. Lots of amazing guitar work in that song. If you haven't heard it, go check out Twin Rova. Really, really cool stuff. There's at least one song that I know for sure I want to get somebody to help me with. But yeah, collabs are something I really want to do more this year. And I started with Twin Rova. I'm going to continue with some more in the following months. Sinister Hero, yes. I love the Super Mario RPG soundtrack. I wanted to remake the whole 2012 medley. That might come later in the year. We'll see. It's hard to say because that took me forever to do. San Ario, I don't really watch anime, so I'm gonna be honest. I kind of dabbled in One Punch Man for a little bit. Oh, there's Near. I nailed the pronunciation. What's up, Near? Glad to have you here, man. Awesome stuff on Twin Rova. Thanks for the collab, man. Everybody show Near some love. He's here. Saying my wife's okay. She's at work right now. She'll probably be home very soon. She gets off at 5. It's turning 5 now. Zomba's cover is great. Thanks, Rip Off. Glad you liked it. How many hats can I wear at once? Probably like, is it like, are we talking like any kind of hat or multiple like of these hats? Probably like a solid 10. Do I watch TV? I'm being completely honest with you. I don't really watch like a ton of TV. I don't have cable. I have Hulu and Netflix. So I watch those a lot. I like cartoons and stuff like Bob's Burgers. Stuff like that. Let me see. Can I do a Mother 3? That reminded me. I asked Tails41 Yoshi, who couldn't make it to the stream. He tweeted me. He asked me if I was going to do Mother 3 stuff. I'm going to answer him in the stream and also answer you. Oh, crap. The chat went too fast. Who just asked me about Mother 3? Your boy Corey and his house. More Mother songs coming this year. I'm going to put it that way. Do a song from Mario Pinball Land, ask Kyle the Reflectionist. I'll have to look into it. You know, I have the Mario Pinball Land booze on my guitar, so it would make sense. Pokemon and Mystery Dungeon songs. Yes, there is one in particular that people have really been requested from the Mystery Dungeon, the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon franchise. So, probably this year. We'll see. Most likely. A lot of people have been requesting it. I know it's a very has a large cult following. As a YouTuber, is it weird watching other YouTubers? I like that question, San. San or San. Not really. You know, I watch everybody just as much as you guys, so I have people I subscribe to and people I watch, people I enjoy. So not really. It's not weird. LeBron saying my fedora, my dog did eat my fedora. Maybe with good timing, because people people were not fond of the fedora very much. Understandably so, you know, internet culture kind of killed the fedora for a little bit. Maybe it'll come back later. Pokemon Coliseum, Pika X Rich. Yeah, I know, man. You have some on your request list on Patreon, too. I have heard them. It's got some good stuff. Modern Sonic Medley. I'm glad you said that, sort of, Malnock. You said Modern Sonic Medley would be a beast. I know, like, a lot of people are ragging on me for doing a lot of retro Sonic lately. There's kind of a retro Sonic song on the SideQuest album, too, so that's not really helping things. But, there's at least 2 modern Sonic songs I want to do this year. Egg Dragoon is one. The other one, I'm not sure yet. But those will come in a few months or so. Once we get past April and May, I'm pretty much going to have an open slate for the rest of the year. April is going to be those album songs. May is going to be May Madness. So once I get past those, I'm going to be able to get to a lot more request stuff. Gavin, you asked another good question because people have been asking about Sun and Moon a lot. And especially, what's his name? Team Skull's theme. I'm thinking about it, but another potential candidate is Gladion's theme. So Sun and Moon is definitely in my considering list. Cassie the Dolphin, what's my least favorite instrument that I play? I like all of them, but the one I play the least, the one I practice the least right now, and it's just totally a time thing because I'd rather devote more time to guitar and drums, is the keyboard and piano, actually. I don't play it, I don't practice it nearly as much as I used to. Maybe the only time I do is when I go to record a keyboard or piano part. So that's why I have Supersonic picking up the slack for me. What made you come up with the idea of having the Meta Knights return in the Starbreeze cover? And they also returned in Nuclear Fusion too, I don't know if you guys saw that. Really nice touch, reminded me. I just thought it'd be funny, and plus I thought it would spruce up the gameplay footage portion where I just kind of had a crap load of synth stuff going on, and it's like, let's bring the guys back. They deserve it. Your boy Corey again. Proudest Gametal remix. Somebody asked what my favorite Gametal song is. That's kind of falls in the same category. Kind of, but not really, because there's songs that I'm really proud of. And I have so many that it would take me forever to go through the list. Star Dream was really, really, really difficult to get all those synth parts nailed. So it turned out really good. It's been one of the more popular songs this year. I think it's the most popular song this year. Obviously, it came out first, so it kind of has an advantage. But I'm pretty proud of that one. If Slayanked, not me or not as many videos lately. It could just be you, because I usually average 3 or 4 per month, and I've had 3 or 4 a month. Did I have 2 in January, or did I have 3? I think I had 3 in January, because I had Star Dream, X-Death, something else. But I try to hit at least 3 a month. That's what I've been doing. If you were here at the start of the stream, I don't think you were. I think you said you just dropped in. Yeah. Let me say your name, by the way. If Slayanked, just dropping in saying, hey, is it me or not as many new videos lately? Are you going to do some more songs from the new Zelda? I actually haven't listened to the Breath of the Wild soundtrack all the way through. A lot of people saying it doesn't really have a lot of like super awesome songs that are coverable, but I will give it a thought. Back on the topic of am I doing slower videos than usual? It's been 3 a month, I think. I think I did 2 in January. I can't remember, but I know we had 4 in February. We've only had 1 this month so far. I do have 2 more slated. One's going to be the 50K special. One's going to be a Patreon request list drawing winner. So as long as I'm sticking to 3 a month, I'm doing what I want to do. Eventually, I'm going to move up to 4 a month. If you missed the beginning of the stream, album is coming. So next month, there's going to be more than 10 songs. So, and the past 3 months or so, I've really been nailing down, working on the album and getting it finished. So that's what's been taking up a huge chunk of my time. Now that that's gone, I can work on the May Madness songs and the videos for next month. So there's going to be a lot of songs coming soon, starting next month. Whew, okay. More Paper Mario. Keep saying Corey in his house. Yeah, of course. Benjamin Heffler, obscure song, but I would love to hear the battle theme from Dragon Slayer 6, Legend of Heroes. Let's keep that in mind. Take all the time. Finny28 telling me to take all the time I need. I do. I hustle though. I'm not gonna lie because you know, I work for you guys. I work from home working on songs, so I work super hard. Several hours a day is devoted to working on God Metal, and that's because you guys pay me for it. So I'm trying to contribute as much as I can for what you guys do for me. Because without you all and your contributions, even if you're not a Patreon patron, even if you're just on YouTube, you're a subscriber, and you tell somebody to subscribe to me or tell somebody about me, all of it helps, because without all of your support, wouldn't be where I'm at today. Wouldn't be able to have things like this album coming out next month, and then being followed up again by May Madness, so... House of the Dead Magician theme. I think I've seen that requested a few times. Root Beer Guy. Yanni. Simon's asking for Zanza win. Zanza or Zanza? I haven't actually played through Chronicles. We'll see. I do want to do at least one more Chronicles song this year. There's a few I'm deciding between, and that's one of them. My favorite Sonic game? Probably Sonic 3, just because it's the best of the trilogy. Just had so much to offer. I've played a little bit of Castle Crashers, Chewy. I don't remember the soundtrack, to be honest with you. Final Fantasy Tactics. Did I do a Tactics song in the SNES medley? That battle theme? I think I did. I can't remember. It's a good song though. I did notice you, Root Beer Guy. Metroid Prime cover. I don't have one planned, but I do have a Metroid song. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream on the request battle thing on Discord. It's either going to be Ridley's theme or Kraid's Lair, whoever wins that battle. So cover the music from the last Zelda trailer. I'll think about it. I wanted to do a Breath of the Wild song, but like nobody has been hammering me with a particular Breath of the Wild song. I don't think it really has, you know, a song that's like, hey, that should be remixed. Rhythm BPM, any remixes with vocals this year? Yeah, of course. Of course. As a matter of fact, much sooner than you might think. Caleb O'Shea. My birthday is July 1st, so in about 2 months. No, 3 months. What is? Today's March. 4 months. Less than 4 months. Whew. Dennis Nega, I'm glad you asked that. This gets asked in every live stream. TV series theme remixes, one day or never. I've always wanted to do like a side project of TV theme songs. I don't think I would definitely title it with God Metal, just because it's game metal. So if I end up with enough time in the future, I will consider starting a TV theme side project. I highly doubt it'll be nearly as active as God Metal, but it's something I've always thought about. Brawler asked if Chelsea wants to know if you plan to do more. I already forgot how to pronounce it. Toho in the future. Yeah, absolutely. Toho is filled with amazing songs, and I'm still getting tons and tons and tons of Toho requests. So that is that. Today's March. Thanks for the beer. Anyway, oh, Infinity, I'm glad you asked that. I think I have. Show you. I might not have it. Toho asked if I can fix the boo design on my guitar. Yes, and I'm gonna do it very, very soon. I actually have another decal made. I had a backup made when I had them made in 2013. So I'm gonna stick that on eventually. I want to spray it with some kind of finish so it doesn't wear off this time. So yeah, I'm gonna get that fixed. Don't worry. Let's check out Running Hill from Cave Story. Oh man, it disappeared because of the chat. Running Hill. Yeah, Cave Story is another game that people have been requesting a lot, so I'll look into that for you. If and when I do an Undertale song, what song do I think I will do? Asked Domenico Siciliano. It'll most likely be, just because it's my favorite Undertale song, Spear of Justice. I've been wanting to do that song since the game came out. Like I said, I put a lot of space in between my Undertale songs, just so I don't outrage too many people. But that'll probably be the next Undertale song, because I really, really, really like Spear of Justice. It's in my top 3 favorite Undertale songs. Whew. We need Mario songs, Johnny. Don't worry, Rub. Very, very soon. Favorite stage from... I haven't played Sonic 06, so I couldn't tell you. It got too many bad reviews, and I was like, just stay away from that. JDog25, ever thought of doing something from VVV? Yeah, absolutely. That is a game I actually have played all the way through and beaten with a great soundtrack, and it does get a lot of requests. I will heavily look into doing a VVV song this year. How do I come up with my amazing guitar riff solos, and will you ever make your own song? I will make my own song eventually. It'll be kind of like game sounding, I guess. I don't really know how to answer that. You know, it's just a part of learning composition, really. Even though everything I do is an arrangement of an already composed song, there's still a lot of composition that comes into play, creating original riffs and stuff like that go along with it. I guess it just comes from learning other songs that influence me and stuff like that kind of helps. I just kind of play along and I'm like, oh, that sounds cool, and so I stick with that. For solos, solos is kind of complicated to put together. I usually do it piece by piece. I'll do like a little 2-measure segment, and then I'll combine them, and I'm like, okay, that sounds cool together, and then I'll learn how to play the whole thing together and make adjustments as needed to be able to play it realistically. That's how I do that. Oh, and a lot of people have been asking me about this too, and it is something I do want to consider doing in the future. If I'll ever do like a live stream on Twitch or maybe even on here of me putting a song together, I'm going to do that eventually. Probably when I stumble upon an easier song and I have time. Just because most of the time it's me being frustrated when I put together a song. And you guys don't need to see that. So I'll do like a nice easy song on stream one day. Don't know when though. No, I don't play the flute, Caesar. Binding of Isaac, getting a Chewy again. Yes, that's another game that people have been requesting a lot of. So, most likely this year. Adam Crow, ever consider doing songs from games already meta like Devil May Cry or Brutal Legend? Yeah, absolutely. Especially Devil May Cry gets requests here and there. Don't have one in particular that comes to mind. But I do see Devil May Cry every now and then. I haven't decided on an April Fool's song yet, so if you guys want to make suggestions for that, maybe not now in the chat just because it would blow up the chat, maybe in the comments after the video. I'm still looking for April Fool's suggestions. I have a couple in mind, but I'm not chosen on one yet. Noah, how long did it take me to learn guitar? It's an ongoing process, so I'm still learning day by day, every little bit. I still study lots and lots of books and on theory and exercise books and stuff like that. So it's an ongoing process. I've been playing guitar since I was like 14, so it's been like almost 15 years. I wouldn't say I got good till like maybe 5 years in. Whatever you consider good to be. Benjamin Heflin, I do call the blue guitar the Atma weapon because it's a blue. King Dedede battle. Well, I did King Dedede in 2012. It does need a makeover. So someday I'll remake that. Or I'm not 2012. I'm sorry. It was 2010, back when I did Dedede's theme by itself and not with Mass Dedede. I'll do that eventually. Maybe not for May Madness this year, but maybe next year. I can take something from Homestuck. That's not really funny. For an April Fool's game, or for an April Fool's cover, like a lot of people that I asked, like submitted songs that were like too cool, and like the title wasn't funny. I'm looking for something that is funny. Maybe not like something like We Are Number One funny, but just like like last year we had SpongeBob SquarePants. You know, when people see SpongeBob SquarePants, they're not thinking like metal game cover. So something like that. And then the year before that, we had McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure. What do you think of doing music from old underrated games? I do music from old underrated games every now and then, so I love doing it. I think the latest we've had is trying to think off the top of my head. What's the most obscure song we've had this year so far? Brainiac Maniac wasn't an obscure song by any means, but it was definitely unexpected. Can't think of one on the top of my head. We've done recently, but they're there. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle song back in November is the one that kind of comes to mind. July 1st is my birthday, Caleb. Lucamine theme cover. Will Animations asking about Lucamine. Is it Lucamine or Lucamini? I don't know how to say it. That's in my top 3 of whatever Sun and Moon songs I'm going to do. So, like, I'm gonna do a Sun and Moon song eventually, so don't worry. I don't think I'll be doing rap for April Fools. I just don't have the voice for it. The rhythm and technique maybe, but just not the voice. Root Beer Guy, that's a good question. People ask me if I consider doing covers of fan-made themes, like for fan games and stuff like that. I'm assuming is what you mean. I think I said in the last stream too, if it was requested enough, I would do it. I'll leave it at that. But I definitely don't go seeking out fan game songs. Just to be honest with you. Yeah, Julian Jacques. Some Monster Hunter boss battle themes. I did Tigrex in December. I am going to do another one this year for sure. How about newer underrated games? Rhythm Thief says, I'm going to mess your name up. I'm sorry. Perez? Is it Perez with an I? Capers 1027. And Rhythm Thief is a game I keep seeing pop up. So maybe eventually, we'll see. Yeah, underrated games are definitely never off the table. Because I always seek out... I try to have a nice blend of obvious songs and not obvious songs. From underrated, underappreciated, everything like that. Please use a bad video to the cure... yeah. YouTube telling me I have bad stream health. But they don't know what they're talking about. Have you considered doing Mortal Mom AT theme? I don't know what that is. So I can't say that I've considered it. Have I tried playing AudioServe? I think I've played it one time. I can't remember how it went, though. Megalovania is technically a fan-made game music at its root. That's technically, yes. But then it became a official game song in Undertale, so... WD Gaster theme. It's too short. Maybe it'll pop up like in a later Undertale song as like a quick reference. Excuse me, but we'll see. Ooh, wild rabies. Anybody else who is leaving, by the way, completely understand. I know it's a live, long Q&A thing. Thanks for stopping by. All of you who are here right now, thank you for stopping by. If you leave, I completely understand because I'm watching the view number of people dropping. I don't expect you to stay here the whole time. Have you thought about doing any more Chrono Trigger songs? Flawless Fail. Yes, I have at least one planned for this year. Have I played any music games? Matt. By that, I'm assuming you mean like Guitar Hero and stuff like that. Or maybe even Rhythm Thief, like people were talking about. Yeah, I played a couple. I have the Final Fantasy Thief Rhythm demo, but I didn't like it enough to buy it. Deep breath. Master of Puppets Bleach, do I have a Nintendo? I have a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo, and an N64 on the shelf if you look carefully. It's NES 2. Kyle the Reflectionist, take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. Most important question, favorite meme? Asked Fizz Dalek. Now, I don't necessarily have a favorite, but one that comes to mind, I said this on Discord a few days ago. A regular part of my workflow is whenever I like what I'm hearing that I've recorded, I like the meme with the kid that he's on the computer, and then he looks at the screen, he does the thumbs up, he's like... I like that one a lot. I think of that every time. And sometimes I even do it when I'm working. I look to an imaginary camera off screen, I give it a thumbs up, shake my head yes. I like the approval kid at the computer. I forgot his name. Brent something. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, there's a white Wii U. There's a gamepad. It's right here. Whew, what caused you to start with a recurring Waddle Dee? I don't ever know what you mean, Root Beer Guy. Has he been in all of my videos or something? Brent Rambo, that's his name. How about a Dragon Quest battle theme medley? That's a decent suggestion, WICOD 121. I'll think about that. Dragon Quest is kind of a game where the music doesn't get a lot of appreciation, but it's there. Master of Puppets has a Nintendo 64. Lost one of the controllers. What is the most difficult song I've ever done in the past or the future? Casting the Dolphin. Yeah, I answered you a lot in the last live stream too. Star Dream recently comes to mind. I mentioned it a minute ago. Putting the synth parts together took me forever to get sounding right. Like, I would spend like an hour on each little section of synth stuff in Star Dream. That song was a real pain to put together. It took me forever too. You know, I was sitting here thinking I could get it out before 2016 was over. I was sadly mistaken by a long shot. That was probably the toughest recently that comes to mind. Perhaps ever, I don't know. Super Mario RPG back in 2012 took me a very, very, very long time to put together as well. But you know, it's over 30 minutes, so. Bud of Sharon, who does the singing parts for Calamari Incantation? It's top secret classified information, but I will tell you it's Vocaloid stuff, so. Star Dream is an amazing song of yours, thanks you boy. Corey in his house. Whew, Billy, what did Billy say? Somebody referenced Billy. Is Dark Matter medley a possibility? Everything's a possibility. But Dark Matter is a song that I have checked into because it's been requested a little bit. Hawk's theme from Advance War says, haha dude, Carlo. Advance War is another game series that gets a fair amount of requests. So, I'll leave it at that. It is a song, it is a series I've looked into a little bit. I'll continue to investigate. Made it through not too long after the end of the year. That's right, Sky. Not too long on Star Dream, but it took a very, very long time and a lot of hours. Omega Zero, Sonic 3D Blast medley or cover of Dance Evolutions from Castlevania. Two good games, so I'll look into it. Cole Clifford, thoughts about the Nintendo Switch? I'm super, super happy for Nintendo and how great the Switch has been doing. It's been doing phenomenal. The sales have been through the roof. I think it's kind of funny. Everybody's buying it for Breath of the Wild, but there's a lot of promising games coming soon for the Switch. I don't have one yet. I'm the kind of guy that's very patient and who waits. I'm waiting a couple months till I can pick one up used for a little cheaper. I'm very, very cheap. Not gonna lie to you. I'm like Mr. Krabs when it comes to spending money. So, but a lot of great games are coming, like Splatoon 2 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm glad the Switch has been doing well. Looking forward to getting one in the future. Good job, Nintendo. I'm glad they finally had something pop off for them. Really enjoying stuff for quite some years now. Thanks for sticking around so long, Dark Toadster. Rusty Bucket Bay. I did that one back in 2014. It needs a remake, but I do have another Banjo-Kazooie song lined up, coming very, very, very soon. So maybe I'll remake Rusty Bucket Bay in the future. I do want to start remaking some of the 2014, 2013 songs eventually. Don't know if it'll be this year, I'm not gonna lie to you. But maybe eventually. Starman asking about Battle Against the Machine from Earthbound Mother 2. I mentioned a few minutes ago, more Mother is coming this year. It's a series I've neglected a little bit too much, and a lot of people want more. So, maybe even 2 Mother songs this year at least. Adam Crow, any Mario Kart 8 songs that have caught my eye? Bowser Castle comes to mind. But Mario Kart 8 soundtrack has a lot of great songs on it. Let me catch my breath. Talking a little too fast. Take a breather. Thank you guys again for coming out, showing your support. Make sure you check out the links in the description if you missed the start of the stream. Discord is up. The Acoustic Short Loop channel is up. Album is coming. I should put that in the description, shouldn't I? We can do that now. Side Quests Volume 1 album coming. Official public release. Almost put August. That would have been bad. April 15th. Patreon. Okay. I'm gonna go for a few more minutes here. Getting a little exhausted. Trying to get all these questions answered. But if Sharon, excited for the Super Mario RPG medley reboot. It's gonna happen eventually. I don't know when. It's one of those things that's on my to-do list. It's gonna take me a while. My screen like suddenly brightened. What happened? It's because I moved. It adjusts to the what's on the screen. Who made my sprite? The sprite is the Final Fantasy I Red Mage from I almost said from Final Fantasy 1. I just said that. I just recolored it to be black. Obviously it's super dark gray, otherwise you couldn't see his hair and stuff. And then just recolored the feather. So he's from Final Fantasy 1. He's a rather easy creation because I just recolored him. So that's the origins of the God Metal guy. And it also goes a little deeper than that because he represents, I play multiple instruments. The Red Mage from Final Fantasy 1 could use like all of the weapons and white and black magic. So he was very versatile, could use most stuff. He couldn't use the ultimate weapons or magic or anything like that, but he could do everything. It's kind of like me when it comes to instruments. I like to think I can do everything anyways. Is it Ilni, Lecherny, Majora's Mask medley? I don't have a medley planned. I do want to do a Majora's Mask song. So maybe this year I'll do at least one of those. Yinger, can I guess your name? It's Benjamin. Any plans on Neep D and the Dead from Doom? Not that song, I think. The Doom song that gets requested the most. It's a very obvious one, S1E1. I do want to do that one. I wanted to do that one last year. It's on my to-do list. It's not top priority to-do list, but it's on there. So maybe this year I'll get around to S1E1 from Doom. Rhythm Heaven. I'm glad you asked that, Game & Watcher 96. Rhythm Heaven's been getting a lot of requests lately for I can't think of a song in particular that comes to mind, but the series does get a lot of requests, so it is a series I've been looking into. Nothing confirmed yet, though. E1M1? I thought it was S1E1. I could be wrong. It might be E1M1. Mario Maniac. Thanks for the correction. Pokemon Legendary Medley. That's a good idea. I'll do another Pokemon medley in the future. Any more rock covers? Some of them are rocky. Nitro Lunistar. Some of them. I don't go full on super metal. I never really have any extremely heavy stuff. So some of it can come off as a bit rockish. Brainiac Maniac's kind of on the rock side. But calling it a game rock wouldn't have been as clever. Master of Blades 64. My bass is an SX Ursa 5. It's really not that good. It just has good pickups in it. And that's the only reason it sounds good. It doesn't play like amazingly well, but it does the job. It sounds good. I actually have on my whatever I call it, my equipment wants and needs list as having a new bass on there. So I'm gonna get a new bass eventually. My name's Halbert. I actually just answered that same question a few minutes ago. Modern Sonic medley I will think about. I do want to do more modern Sonic this year. I know a lot of people have been talking about how I have been doing a lot of retro Sonic lately. So I want to cover for that a little bit. I'll consider a modern Sonic medley. You know, the first Sonic medley was mostly modern. I think there was only like one truly classic Sonic song on there, and that was Spring Yard Zone, which was also in Sonic Fan Medley too, so go figure. What's the Patreon goal to reach if I want you to play on my birthday? I'm not sure about that one yet, Dennis. I'll have to think about that. Can I roll you so you start making rock and roll? Yes, I just made that joke. Good joke, Caesar. Ever consider going on to Spotify? I've considered that and Pandora. That's something I'll look into later this year. So yes. Yinger, what is my favorite food, game, and movie? Yinger is a Twitch regular, by the way. Favorite food is pizza. No doubt. Favorite game, man, that's up for debate, but you guys know I love Smash Bros. I play Smash Bros. All the time, even when it really frustrates me when I constantly lose. I still have a blast. Favorite movie? I don't really have a favorite movie. So I don't know. I don't really watch movies too often, to be honest with you. I watch movies like every maybe like twice a month, and that's because my wife forces me to. Any games I want to play on Switch? I've been itching to play Breath of the Wild. Everybody's been talking about how great it is. I considered picking up the Wii U version, and I stopped myself. I was like, I'm just gonna wait till I get a Switch. That way I can enjoy it to its full potential. But yeah, I'm also looking forward to Splatoon 2 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Hoping a Smash will be released on Switch. At this point, I don't know if it's going to be a new Smash or not. It might be a Smash Deluxe in the same, whatever, that in the same vein that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was done in. So maybe I'll throw Wolf back in, and I can be completely satisfied for the rest of my life. Consider doing an OST for a commercial JRPG if it was offered. Do you think you could come up with an entire OST of original content? Yes, and yes, I do. I can come up with a full soundtrack if the right game company approached me with the right game. Yeah, I would love to do that eventually. As for Japanese OSTs, yeah, one game that comes to mind, like there's a lot of games that haven't been released in the US but have popular soundtracks anyways. I think like one of the Ace Attorneys has a really cool Pursuit theme. I can't think of it at the moment, that I really wanted to cover eventually. So that's an example of that. But yeah, if it's a game, I'll consider it. Facteria, that's a good question. How did I get into metal? One of the first rock bands, this isn't how I got into metal, but one of the first rock bands I really liked is The Offspring. When I was little, my sister liked The Offspring, and I really liked The Offspring. The Offspring Smash album is still one of my favorite albums of all time. In fact, if you give it a listen, you might be able to hear some riffs in there that kind of sound like stuff you would hear in God Metal. Just because when I first learned guitar, I learned like the entirety of the Smash album by The Offspring, just because I liked it so much. And plus, it's pretty easy stuff. So that's how I got into rock. And when I was like, about my high school years, maybe a little bit before that, I had friends that were into metal. One of the first metal bands I truly grew to appreciate was actually Avenged Sevenfold. I know they catch a lot of flack from people now for being super mainstream. This was back, the Waking the Fallen album. There's another album that's like in my top rock and metal albums. That song really influenced me to get into metal a lot. I'm a big fan of the guitar work in that. I love M. Shadow's voice. He's a vocal influence of mine as well. Nan Dogger, do I like Dream Theater? Yes! John Petrucci is one of my top 5 guitarists. I have the Petrucci pickups in both of my guitars, both of my main guitars. So Dream Theater, definitely a top band for me as well. I got into them a little bit later. You know, you kind of mature into progressive metal and stuff like that, especially if you play guitar. So yeah, Dream Theater's definitely up there. But yeah, that's kind of how I got into metal. You know, a lot of my friends were into it. You know, as we were getting older, we kind of grew into heavier stuff. My friends kind of branched off into like hardcore got really popular in Memphis. Back when I lived there, hardcore really got popular. I didn't really buy into it too much. There's a couple hardcore bands I'm like, they're okay, but it wasn't really my thing. I kind of stuck with metal and heavy metal, and I kind of dabbled in death metal and black metal a little bit, not too heavily. Like I said, I kind of grew into like progressive metal and stuff like that, Dream Theater, Symphony X. So that's how I got into metal. And then I was like, hey, let's do game covers in a metal style. Brawler, when is the end of a Thought cover? Maybe sometime this year, Brawler, we'll see. Whew, okay, let's answer a couple more. And then we're going to call it a day. I'm going to close it out with the Challenger approaching. The next song is the 50K special. I didn't do it at the end of last video because the shadow's pretty obvious. I had to work really hard to make sure it didn't look too much like Mario, because you know it could always be Mario. So I don't think it looks too much like Mario. But when you see the shadow, you'll most likely be able to know what Mario game it's from. Let's put it that way. All right, I'm gonna do 3 more questions. Let's do 3 questions that aren't requests. Sky FS Mister, this is a good one. What do I think about my channel evolution? I'm very, very, very happy with my channel evolution. You know, every year we've just about, let's see, last year we went from 20K, we just about doubled subscriber count every year. And that's kind of like my minimum goal. We ended last year with 45K. We're now at 50K, only a few months into 2017. Trying to reach that 100K mark before the year's over. Obviously, if we can far surpass 100K, that would be superb. But I'm very, very satisfied with the channel growth. I like the slow build. You know, while it would be nice to have a million subscribers tomorrow, don't get me wrong, I'm perfectly fine with the slow build, just because it sticks with people longer, in my opinion. So I'm very, very, very happy with the channel growth recently. And we're still constantly raising, too. Everything is moving up on the charts, on the graphs. So that's what you got to keep going, really. Next subscriber goal is, I guess 75K will be a nice subscriber goal. 100K, definitely. 100K is the year goal for me. Let me see. I want to answer somebody I haven't answered yet. Dennis, I answered Dennis already, so I won't count this one. Can my girlfriend be on next stream? She always asks me if she can be on stream someday. And then I ask her, and she's like, no, I don't want to be on stream. And so maybe someday I'll bring her on here. Let me see. Answer somebody I haven't answered yet. Little Fish, favorite and least favorite copy ability. I think I answered this on Discord a while ago, or maybe on Twitch. Somebody asked me that. The Ninja ability is my personal favorite Kirby ability. That's why I have Ninja Kirby on my shelf. When Kirby Superstar was first came out, I used to play the stadium with Ninja Kirby, and I would try to beat the entire stadium with Ninja Kirby without getting hit. Eventually I did it a couple of times, but it was really, really hard because I would keep getting hit at marks and just get really frustrated and give up. But I did it a couple times. Your boy Corey, I answered this earlier, so I won't count this one. Smash main is Pit and Dark Pit. I kind of switched between the two. I'm using Pit again. I was using Dark Pit for a very long time. I switched back to Pit, just like this week. If you follow Twitch, by the way, you can play Smash with me whenever I go live with that. I usually do it once a week. I didn't do it last week or this week just because I've been trying to get this album finished up. So yeah. I'm not gonna count this one. I don't have plans to do oh no, you didn't ask that. I thought you asked me to do We Are Number One. That's how many times I've been asked to do We Are Number One, Master of Puppets. But thank you for saying I'll eventually be number one. That's the ultimate goal of all time. I'm gonna overthrow PewDiePie somehow, some way, with my low quality videos. Crupster, I have 2 dogs. I have a black lab and a dog that looks like a dingo. So I don't know what breed she is. They're sleeping right now. Deoxys, I am 29. So I'm getting up there. Do I have a favorite amiibo? I don't have a favorite amiibo. I do have a Dark Pit amiibo, just because I use Dark Pit and Smash a lot. I need to get the Pit one, too. Okay. Let's do one more question from somebody I haven't answered yet. Then we're going to call it a day. Yeah, I was joking with Simon with the low quality video. I want a good question I can go in depth with. So I'm going to answer a few quick ones. I have heard of Knights. I have listened to the soundtrack. Can we have more plushies play instruments? Eventually. Thank you guys for saying my videos aren't low quality. I know they're really not. They're like mid-tier quality. I'm working on it. Why my channel name isn't Jonny Atma and not Gamil? I don't, that's kind of a decent question. I already answered you, so I'm not going to count this. I considered it changing to Jonny Atma just because, I don't know. I don't think it confuses too many people. But, I think I'm just too far into Jonny Atma at this point to rename it Gamil. Bacon time. Let's answer this one. We're going to call it a day. Blue Skull, I'll re-answer you before I answer this next question. Just because I answered this already. I am going to do more Undertale this year. 1, at least, maybe 2. We'll see. It'll probably be Spear of Justice. Where was that question? I liked it. Want to get your name. Remember the question, I don't remember the name. Caleb asking for pointers. Eventually I'm going to do like tutorial videos, guys, so don't worry about that. Where'd it go? Somebody asked me, there it is, bacon time. how did I learn to play all of the instruments? This will be the last question of the day, guys. Ooh, just because I'm out of breath. Excuse me, getting a little tired. You know, learning one instrument, it becomes slightly easier to learn other instruments. The first instrument I ever learned was the violin in 5th grade, and I was not good at it at all. When I moved to Memphis in 6th grade, I picked up the tuba in school band. In 7th grade, I moved to a different school just because they built a new school, and they were like, hey, let's send some kids over here. They didn't have, because it was a new school, they didn't have tubas. They only had like trombones. And so I learned how to play the trombone from that, which is completely different from all the other brass instruments because you have to learn how to use the slide correctly. And it's not the same as the 3-finger system on the usual brass instruments like tuba, trumpet, French horn, stuff like that. Learning the 3-finger system, I don't even know what to call it, a mechanic, I guess. If you learn how to do that on tuba, you can kind of transition your way to learning trumpet, baritone, French horn, if you learn how to do the mouthing positions and stuff like that for the different mouthpieces. And obviously you have to learn how to read the music too. So I can read bass clef really well because I played tuba and trombone until like 10th grade in high school. From there I learned how to play guitar from a friend, just because I was into guitar. And because I had learned tuba and trombone in school, you kind of picked up a sense of rhythm. So you were able to kind of I was able to kind of translate that into learning how to play guitar correctly. Obviously, guitar is a world different from playing brass instruments because you have strings and frets now instead of the 3 keys. From there, learning, like, again, you kind of go back to rhythm and timing and stuff like that. You can kind of pick up drums, completely different, but because you know basic rhythm and stuff like that, you can kind of pick it up a lot easier than somebody who's never played before, any instrument. For that matter. You can translate, excuse me, what's the word I'm looking for? Lost the word. You can whatever. You can move into bass from learning guitar extremely easily. No offense, bass players. Obviously, technique, especially when it comes to slap and finger picking. I'm terrible at finger picking bass, I'm not gonna lie. But picking normally with a guitar pick, super easy. I did learn a lot of slap just because I love slap bass. So transitioning to that was really easy. What else do I know? Keyboard, I kind of like dabbled with when I was little. I learned like very basic stuff. When I was out of high school, I joined like a funk band, and I played keyboard in it. So I kind of learned how to do keyboards and organs and stuff like that. Playing in that band. And I played in that band, I played in funk bands and R&B bands for like a couple years, maybe 3 years. I can't really remember off the top of my head. So that's kind of how I picked up my keyboard chops. Like I mentioned earlier in the stream, it's probably the instrument I play the least now. So I've definitely gotten super rusty on it. So yeah, I learned how to play all the instruments just from, they kind of help, learning one kind of helps learn the others in certain ways. So that's that. Let's do one more question. Because somebody asked if they can ask a question. And I didn't recognize their name. Oh well. Let's take one more question. One more question from somebody who hasn't asked. Starting now. Starting after Bagel Bite's comment. I haven't played Breath of Fire. I think I like messed with it back when I used to play with emulators a lot. But I definitely haven't played all the way through. This is not my favorite shirt. My favorite shirt is probably the Babam shirt. Considering 0-2 for Simon for May Madness, not confirming yet. Matt's, I'm still considering a God Metal logo change. I don't know when I'm doing it. What video game genre produces the most fun music? I'm gonna say platformers because usually composers, they kind of have a bit of a fun with platformers. They don't really have to feel the need to get people, I keep losing my obvious words here. Immersed. with platformers, people aren't really getting immersed in the game like with Skyrim and stuff. So people kind of just, the composers for platformers usually make fun music. So stuff like Kirby and Mario usually turns out to be really fun to remake. Facteria says, one more question. Your boy, I am going to do more collabs in the future. I answered that earlier. Thank you, Wickod, saying my music sounds the best out of all the remixers. I tried my hardest. Glad you guys enjoy. What game has the best soundtrack in my opinion? I mean, you can... It's a top 3. My top 3, I actually posted it. I made a post of this on Patreon. My top 3 game soundtracks. Maybe, probably not in order. Actually, it probably is in order. Number 1, Final Fantasy VI. Number 2, Super Mario RPG. Number 3, Kirby Superstar. I guess you can say Kirby Superstar Ultra because it's the same as Kirby Superstar, but it throws in a few extras like Galactonite and stuff. Okay, guys, we're gonna call it a day. I'm out of breath. I'm exhausted. You know, I like plow my way through these. If you watch my Twitch, I'm much more relaxed. But you know, I get really excited, really hyped for these YouTube live streams. Thank you for stopping by. Just to review, if you missed the beginning of the live stream, let me go ahead and put these up too. Side Quest Volume 1, coming April 15th publicly. You can get the early download now. Did my thing freeze? Why did it freeze? Okay. I think my stream stopped. Okay. Okay, I think we're back. I don't know what happened. How about that face that it froze on? It was kind of creepy. Oh man. Okay. Wrapping up the stream. It happened as soon as I put the album picture up. Anyways. Cam is behind now. Oh god, why did everything screw up? Really? Let's reset it. Then reset everything. Hopefully it's... Okay, things should be on par now. Okay. Anyways, to wrap the stream up, SideQuest Volume 1 will be available publicly for free on Bandcamp, gomino.bandcamp.com, April 15th. Be sure to pick that up. You can, if you become a patron on Patreon, you can get that now. It is available now. You can get it a whole month early. Consider becoming one. It helps me out a whole lot. Because, you know, this is my income now. So, really need that help on that front. But yeah, even if you get it for free, if you can't do Patreon, I completely understand. I was at that point in my life several times, so understandable. Discord is now up. Link in the description. Come join us. Tons of fun. I'm there a lot because I work on the computer, so why not? Great way to stay in touch with you guys in the community. Acoustic Short channel is up. Link in the description. Go subscribe if you like my acoustic shorts. They are acoustic loops. I'll have the downloads up soon. I meant to get that up and I completely forgot. I'm not going to lie. So that'll be up. The downloads for those songs will be up shortly. I'll probably get to working on that as soon as the stream goes off, actually. And that's about it. So we're going to call this a stream. We're going to go to the Challenger approaching to slightly reveal the 50K special. Thank you all for stopping by. Hope you like all this new stuff that's coming your way. It's all thanks to you. Thank you again. I always say thank you a million times, but I really can't thank you guys enough from the bottom of my heart. Wouldn't be where I'm at today without you. Patreon, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you're from. It all helps. All of you guys are such a great help in strengthening the community and in just making things great. And definitely in making my life a lot less stressful now that I can do this for you guys. So thank you again. I'm out. You guys have a wonderful day. Challenger approaching stream coming up. Thank you again. Let's turn off this music. Just for the effect.